The last council meeting of the year in the newly formed Nelson Mandela municipality will sit today. The ANC's Eugene Johnson was elected mayor and the Northern Alliance's Gqeberha was elected speaker. They were elected by the smallest of margins, 60 votes to 59 in the 120-seat council. But the past week was characterised by some opposition parties raising the idea of a vote of no confidence against the mayor. For more on this story, we cross live now to our colleague Lerato Fekisi in Gqeberha. A very good morning to you, Lerato. Such drama at the Nelson Mandela Bay Council.
Such drama, but I don't think we're going to see any drama today, Desiree. When we got here about 10 minutes ago, we heard that the area is actually out of bounds because there are some councillors who tested positive for COVID who had entered the venue recently, and so the council meeting might be postponed. But what we did hear from other councillors was that this meeting was just going to be an ordinary year-end council meeting, and that all councillors are obviously now tired, a coalition has been formed, and everyone now is looking forward to going home. And anything about a motion of no confidence against the mayor, any proposition of a speaker being removed by the Northern Alliance will all happen next year, because all councillors now are of the feel that, you know what, there is a coalition government now, let's just end the year on a good note, a united front, and then only maybe next year do we start passing things like motions of no confidence against the mayor, Eugene Johnson.
Lerato, the question of whether these coalition arrangements will stand the test of the next 5 years has always been top of mind since the results of the local government elections came out. Just give us a sense of what the mood has been like in the council since the mayor was appointed.
Well, lastly, Desiree, when there were rumours that Mayor Eugene Johnson is going to receive a vote of confidence by the D and the FF Plus due to issues of water issues in the metro, the Alliance, which is now the new coalition, came out really boldly saying that they are a united front and there's no one, whether the DA or the FF Plus, that has the power to remove them for governments. I think what's different with this specific coalition, why perhaps they wanted to work, Desiree, is that before, when a party would get perhaps maybe the larger number of votes and they wouldn't get an outright majority, they would occupy the top MMC positions. But what has happened this time, Desiree, is that you see everyone who's in the coalition, whether the ANC or the AIC, all having an MMC seat. So everyone feels that unlike last time it was a DLA coalition where they'd occupied most of the MMC seats, this specific coalition has not had the specific title of an ANC-led coalition. And on top of that, everyone within this coalition feels that they have a place because they're either MMC of engineering or infrastructure or engineering of security. So everyone feels that, you know what, I've got a place within this council, I matter within this council, within this coalition, I've got a secure position within this coalition, so there would be no need for me to step out of this coalition because within the specific block, like they call it, I'm secured in terms of occupying an MMC position.
The other conversation that's been taking place is around the credibility and capability of the new officials that are coming in, and Mayor Eugene Johnson has been touted as one of those really credible and capable ones. Will this stand her in good stead?
You know, the general feel on the ground around the new mayor, Eugene Johnson, is really two sides of a coin. There are some that are saying that because of her previous serving within the ANC structures that she's got the capabilities to be a mayor. And then there are some saying that perhaps she was elected prematurely. So there are some that are saying that perhaps she is the right choice, some that are saying that's good that she's a woman and perhaps of the metro needs. But there are some that are saying that, you know what, politically, and especially when you look at all the dynamics of the metro, how coalitions have not worked in the past 4 years, you need a stable, more strong-willed person. And some people are saying that they fear that she may just be the mayor, but they may be those behind her who are actually the true mayors of the metro.
And of course, the biggest portion of people who suffer are the citizens of the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro. How are service delivery issues being conducted at this time as these disagreements continue?
The service delivery issues are still ongoing. The biggest issue, Deja, I would say, is the issue of water in the metro. That is why the DNFF Plus was saying they wanted to bring a motion of no confidence against the mayor, because they felt that she wasn't really putting proper plans in place, trying to deal with the matter like the DA was a couple of months ago. I'll say the biggest issue right now, because if you go to certain areas in PE, like I spoke to some people this morning, they've not had any water for 2 days or 3 days, Desiree. And then if you go to the township stuff, like refuge hasn't been picked up. So they are still lagging in terms of service delivery. But one could also say they are still new on the block, so perhaps giving them more time, and perhaps once they've settled last into their positions, they're able to bring better services to the people.
Lerato, thank you so much for bringing us up to speed with the story. Lerato Fekisi there.